Happy Sunday, everybody. Okay, so in my the video that I uploaded, I went and I showed you guys this book. This is a fantasy book, and I've read the first four chapters of the book. I'm on chapter 5 now, and I've come to the conclusion if I read 10 chapters a day, I will have the book done by time I'm ready to go back to the library. So I'm going to read another 5 today. I'm going to read 10 tomorrow, 10 Tuesday, and then 10 Wednesday. And once I'm done reading the book and giving you guys, the last review of the book, then I will go ahead and send it back to the library. So I will have probably about 7, maybe 8 books I'm returning this week coming up. So I'm very happy about that. So, alright, so get into it. So I have read the first 4 chapters of the book. And this is an urban fantasy book. You can tell right off from the cover, you know it's urban fantasy. And so you have these gates that when they swing open, that's when summer enters the mortal world. You got Robin, you got Goodfellow, you got this unseen horse and rider. You got fairies. If you are a fan of the Dresden Files, especially their courts, the first 4 chapters are not going to disappoint you. I absolutely loved the first 4 chapters of this book, and it's it was interesting. It really was, and I just loved it. I absolutely loved these first 4 chapters. Nothing really exciting happens to it. You're just introduced to a lot of stuff that you're definitely going to probably see as you progress through the book. But the first 4 chapters did not disappoint me. You have the Queen, you have all these different characters. But I am so stoked. I cannot wait to read the next, I cannot wait to read 5 all the way through to 11, because I have a feel I'm going to really enjoy this book. Hello everyone. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so I have finished reading chapters 5 through 10 of this book, and I will say this about the book: the chapters are pretty short. You're not going through like 20 pages of one chapter so far. So it switches over from the realm of the Sheed to the realm of mortals, and I am going to say that the 5 through 10 that I've read, I absolutely enjoyed this book, these chapters. This world is really rich. The world building so far has been absolutely excellent. I like all the characters that I knew when I was younger being in here, like Puck, which is absolutely amazing. I absolutely loved seeing Puck in this. I wasn't even looking for Puck, just Puck appeared. I have a feeling this book is going to be one of my favorites, and I'm probably going to end up buying my own copy of the book, but I don't know yet. I have about 30 more chapters to go before I'm done, and I'm really looking forward to when I get back home. I'm going to get back on here and read some more, because I want to know what happens next. I want to know what happens next. The Summer Queen is very much in this, from the chapters I'm reading, she feels very much like someone that's looking at something far away and wanting it, but she quite can't get it. She's very manipulative and very deceitful, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens to her as a character and everything. Okay, so I'm now currently on chapter 15. So I have read chapters 11 through 14 of this book, and something's going on in the realm of the Fae that I don't quite understand. And it's kind of like, what is going on there. You know, you get the impression that what's going on in the realm of the Fae is going to spill over into the human world, and that's kind of terrifying. But it seems like that there's a lot of stuff going on that's trying to drag our main character back into it, and it is going to work. He will end up back in the world of enchantment and magic and all that type of stuff. And what I'm really finding, that despite the fact that I am absolutely exhausted still from work, I still managed to read some more of this book and enjoy it and kind of understand what is exactly going on here. Though something's telling me that I'm probably not going to be able to understand what the heck is going on. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm intrigued. Like, what is the queen doing? Like, why is the queen trying to get through this door and all that type of stuff? So we'll see what happens. I am going to be reading. I'm not going to read any more of this book today because I want to go back to sleep. But tomorrow I will be reading chapters 11 through 15 through 21, and I will try to get in chapters 21 to 25, but I have feeling that I will either get done with this book due to being dead tired, so I'll probably get done with this book on Thursday instead of Wednesday, because just that's how it's gonna go. But yeah. Alright, so it's time for another segment of this video. So, once again, we're still reading through Trailer Park Fae. I am currently on chapter 21. I believe that I said there was 40 chapters in this book. Just want to look at it. 48. 48. So, I'm currently on chapter 21, so I'm essentially halfway done with the book. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on in this. You have Puck and Robin Longfellow, who are in the mortal world. You got this woman who's in the mortal world, and they're looking for something. I have no idea what they're looking for, but they are absolutely looking for something. And of course, this gentleman here, he has enough money in his account to cover the rent for a year and a day. So good for him. Good for him. But it's really interesting in this world that Lilith created, that the world of Fae and the mortal world are literally side by side and everything, and they all there are some of them that know about the Sheed and work for them and everything. And there's this one guy that's in it. He's a scientist. No idea what he's doing for the Queen and all that type of stuff. But yeah, so it's starting to get good. And I'm definitely looking forward to continuing to read this book. So tomorrow, which when I do the video, it will be Saturday, I am going to read 5 more chapters of this book. So I will be at chapter 25. And then Sunday I will get to chapter 30. So if I know myself, I will probably be done with this book the middle part of the week. And when that happens, I will take all these parts and I will put them together, and you'll get your video. So I will see you guys then. Alright, so right. So I've read chapters 21 through 24, and I am going to dedicate the rest of this day to just getting through this book, because I really want to return this back to the library. I just got my third notice from them saying, please return our books because we kind of want them back. I don't know about me, but either it's like I work at like night, and then I can't go to bed until 4 in the morning. That's just like how my brain is now wired. And then I wake up at like 10 something, and then I have very little time. Okay, so yeah, so next week, next Wednesday, I am actually, no matter if I'm working or not, I am going to actually take back like the books that I've already read. Those are going back to the library. But anyways, so my goal for today is to get this entire book read. So yes, that's my goal. But anyways, so I read chapters 21 through 24. I'm now on chapter 25. And I think I got about I got about 13 more chapters to go. So you're going to get like no. I've got you're going to at least get about 4 or 5 more videos. All right, so so I finished. I read those chapters, and so things are going on that are still confused. I am totally confused by the 4 chapters that I read, because I'm kind of like, okay, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand. I mean, the gates have been opened, but I don't see, like, I don't know. I mean, it's like, I'm reading these 4 chapters, and I'm like, what is going on here with the Queen, and what was the point of writing all this stuff? I just don't understand. But yeah, I'm just like, okay. I don't. Totally confused. Totally have no idea, like, anything. But yeah. So that is what so far is going on with my brain right now. I was just like, I'm bad. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Alright, so I've just finished chapter 30 of this book, so I read chapters 25 to 30. I will say about this book, the chapters are pretty short. The author apparently is not in love with long chapters, like I'm not in love with long chapters. So this book is picking up really fast. We are in the last, like, little over 15 more chapters before I'm done with this book. So you're getting probably about 4 more videos today. And everyone's putting all the little flowers and stuff, are putting bets. No idea what the bets are for. We're getting a lot more in the Fae world than we're getting in the human world in this book. And we're really like seeing that, you know, something is going on here that directly affects this character. And I'm really eager to see what is going to happen next, which is why I said in the other one, I'm going to be reading this rest of this entire book today. When I am done with this book, the next video after the conclusion, I will show you the next book I will be reading. And just like with this one, that book, I'm going to really fly through it and all that jazz. So anyways, so far so good. The writing style is really, really great in this book. I like the conversations that these characters are having, which is just like, wow. Alright, so I'm off to read the next 5 chapters. Okay, so back to the book. So, as I said before, these are pretty short chapters, and because of it, I'm able to get through 4 or 5 chapters in probably about 15-20 minutes, which is great um, because it really shows that, you don't have to write these really long chapters in order to get things in that you want to get in at that point in the story. So apparently Jeremiah is back in the realm of Fae, and of course Robin Goodfellow is like, well, if he just finds what she wants, then he'll be in her good graces until she remembers why he left court. He left court for a mortal, and the queen is still very pissed off about that. The Fae have a very good memory and a very long memory because of the fact is that they're immortal. Which I will say I really like this depiction of the Fae because it feels very Harry Dresden. It feels very much like the Dresden Files as far as the Fae are concerned. So, as I said, I mean, I'm going to say this. If you're a fan of the Dresden Files, this could possibly be your favorite book. And I've gotten to the point in this book reading that I'm really considering buying this as a physical edition just to own it because I'm really loving the story, really getting into the story, and I want to see what happens next. I really do. So, yeah. We'll see what happens next. Okay. Alright. So, we continue with it. So, I read chapters 35 through 40. I'm on 41. So, with this book, I have basically about 2 more videos to go before this book is entirely finished. So, we are having more stuff going on, and I will say something. I'm reading this because it's like 5:26 and the sun is like starting to go down, I think. It just feels like it is in this room. I guess it's because I'm just too lazy to get that light bulb I wanted to get, but anyways, so there's a lot of stuff going on in here. A lot of it I am totally confused about. And I'm sitting here and I'm reading this book. I'm like, okay, I am really confused about, like, what is going on here in this book. And I mean, he's still in the world of the Fae. He is still in the world of the Fae. And things are going on around him. But it's like, okay, like, what is the queen purpose? Really, like, what is the queen's purpose in this book? She does a lot of plotting and planning in this book, but what is her purpose? So anyways, I'm going to continue to read it. Maybe the purpose will pop up. Yeah. Okay, so I am now down to chapter 45 of 48 chapters. So I am reaching the end of this book. This is how much I got left. I will say that despite this book being utterly confusing, I am enjoying it. I am enjoying this adventure this guy is on. And I will say something. This is why I absolutely love the genre of fantasy. Because you can have these really wonderful stories, even if they're confusing in a lot of places, you can have this absolutely wonderful story that may not make a bit of sense, but it transports you to an entirely different world. And in this one, we're still not exactly sure what the queen is actually doing. And I think that might be the point of it. You have to read the sequel to it to probably understand what the heck he's doing. I will say, however, that his adventures back in the realm of Fae are pretty amazing, and I am very captivated about where this is going with like 4 more chapters to go before I am officially, before I'm officially done with this book. But yeah, we are going to see what happens with him, and does he get back to the world of the mortals. So see you guys in one last video for this book. Hello everybody. Okay, so I have finally finished Trailer Park Fae by Lilith Saintcrow. Okay, so I read the book and I am still confused. I am absolutely confused. We do know, however, that he gets poisoned at last chapter. He's back in the mortal world. He's been poisoned. He's got a couple things with him. But yeah, he's literally like, weak. And of course, Puck tried to get all the poison out of him, and no idea if he did. So hopefully he will survive, and we can see him again in the next book. So overall, I enjoyed this book, even though most of it was confusing, and I did not understand anything about what the Queen was doing and all that type of stuff. I did enjoy it. It was a decent read, and Lilith does have a great talent when it comes to writing. I just enjoyed it a lot, and yeah. So when I go back to the library, I will be, well, actually, when I return all my books back to the library, I will pick up the second book in the series, because I'm really looking forward to it, and they do have the second book in the series. So hopefully it will be there when I drop the last bit. Alright, so overall, I'm going to give this book 5 stars. It is a great fantasy book. And yeah. So next up, I will be showing you guys the next library book that I'm going to be reading. As of now, not talking about the book I'm going to show you in the next video. I have 8 more books left. So I'm kind of hoping to at least get 2 more read before I go back to the library. So I will see you guys around, and thanks for watching.